CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video, and in today's video, guys, happy to say that we made a really nice push right after, I guess, I made the last video, and that should be enough. We'll know by now. I'm making this before the season's over, but it looks to be a pretty solid spot for the top 500, so we're currently at 329, sitting at 2260, 529 battles fought, 9 draws, and we went on a really nice run here to completely end this season. So, what was the sauce? I posted this on yesterday on the channel post, so you might not have seen it if you're not subscribed, so make sure you take a second, subscribe to the channel, appreciate it if you throw that code check in the shop as well. But yeah, I threw up the post just with this base. Shout out to Derek in the task force. I actually copied everything from him. And I think the problem, guys, was I was just running too much defensive stats, and it just was not working. So I think I could have done probably a lot better the last few days if we had swapped to a little bit more offense. So you see that Derek's got the same base, pretty similar stat layout. I went with a little more troop damage, a little less troop health. I honestly didn't even mean to do that. It was just swap the nodes around, and that's like as close as I could get. So if we look at these hits, this was it was mostly about the attacks, honestly. It wasn't really much to do with the base. Now I will say, in my opinion, I don't like the multi-nodes because I feel like they just make such I think I've described it before as like a tic-tac-toe meta, where it's like you win when you match this, you lose when you match this, even though your tech's good. And it can just be a bit annoying. And, you know, the obvious problem with multi-stats is you have to, or most people at least, change them pretty frequently. I spent ridiculous amount of money because I was changing my stat nodes like every day when I wasn't winning, and I was getting angry, and it was like $25. I probably spent $100 on stat nodes this season. As sickening as that is, and as sad as that is to admit, yeah. So, not I think a couple of them are fine, but just like putting them all together here, especially on a reset season where everyone's like pretty together, like there's not much separation in the leaderboard, and everyone is like really like I'm sure almost everybody right now is in 21 or just on the outside of 21, and it's just packed up like that for a couple thousand players. So yeah, it just makes it a little more emphasis on the stat nodes and swapping them and finding the right base to mix with them. So what started working for us when we started winning, I got the critter launchers. And funny enough, I didn't think they would be a big deal. I didn't think they would really do anything. Because melons, they're not really bothered by them. The splash from the melons typically takes out the critters. But players were struggling against it. I got 19 stars on this one, which was sick. Shout out to 0am. He plays a lot of accounts. So we'll show his attack on this here, but yeah. So the critter launcher seemed to hold them up a little bit, which was pretty crazy. And I don't know if anything else really made a huge difference. I think it was mostly just the stat swaps, honestly. Because I was playing with the Shock Blaster. You guys saw that video on the Sky Shield. Didn't really do anything. And I think I was... The base, I guess, might have been bad. The one that I was running before. But yeah. Yeah, so all in all, Season 79. Let's talk about that for a sec. I really enjoyed the season at the very beginning. I thought it was great. Everything was spread out enough. I really enjoyed actually having a reset season. Typically, I don't. I'm not a huge fan of those because they tend to just make things slower and grindier, and then everyone ends up where they usually are. This one I felt a little bit different about for whatever reason. It was more fun. I found, at least, and even though we were we were stuck in iron for like a few days, It was still really fun just like getting that feeling of ranking up a little bit every day. It's like, okay, I made some changes here and this is working and I can see that. And just getting that, it's nicer because the second half of this season was just all chest collecting and it was super boring and there was nothing that you could do to get ahead, it felt like. And it was just like one more day of collecting. Try this out, still sucks. One more day of collecting. It's like, oh my god, man, like when am I gonna be able to actually play the freaking game? And yeah, that was late last night, so finally able to pull it together on the right at the wire. I try to usually park before the final weekend just because I find it's too difficult to make progress. And yeah, usually there's not much point in playing because everyone's got the same thing. Everyone's running the same attack. Everyone's got the hits down. But it worked out for us this time, so that was good. Do we have any other good attacks to show? This one was 233. I think this guy was a Seeker player. Look at this, he had 330 troop damage. So my attack's not going to be that exciting on this, but we'll take a look at his after. But yeah, there was a lot of... this guy also didn't have mines, which was interesting. But it was really about just getting these hits down, because I found that on the 6CR base, like it didn't take much to screw up your attack. There was a lot of times where Brick would die, and that made a huge difference. I think that one I got a draw on, Brick died super early, which was really annoying, or like halfway through or something like that. Which obviously cost us the match, because otherwise we would have won, I'm sure, if we got a draw, and if we had 2 more battle orders, I'm sure that would have made a difference. But yeah, it was all about just managing that split. You see Brick goes down there, which, you know, it was my fault. I should have brought the heavy choppers. I should have just reflared back in the center, because all the heavy choppers were right they were right on that entire side, that entire attack. So what else do we got? Oh yeah, this guy, the 330. So he did what? He went heavy chopper, rocket chopper. I saw a lot of guys running this with Rudy. And hey, it ended up we didn't need to get Rudy. I think you needed Rudy if you were going to do heavy chopper rush or heavy chopper, rocket chopper. Basically, if you weren't using melons or seekers or whatever, you could use Rudy as well. Oh, his Rudy got really hung up there, eh? I mean, he could have reflared him, and he did get him back at the end, but... So, yeah, you'd think that guy would have been faster at 330 damage, but the base held up. So, you guys let me know how your season made out. I want to hear from you down below in the comments. And, yeah, so overall, I'd probably give it, like, I don't know, maybe a 5, 6 out of 10. Not terrible, not great. I feel like a lot of the seasons kind of end up being like that, but it's tough, right? Because, like, even though I talk about getting stuck at rank 20, 21 for a long time, like, what's the answer? Everybody gets to rank 25, then it's the same thing, you're just at a higher rank. That wouldn't be good either. So you guys let me know what you think. Appreciate you. And, yeah, let me know how you made out. And we'll catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.